Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Everspace 2 where indeed I have found it and it was in the very last cluster of rocks that I checked. There's a lot of stuff in this area, but here we have found the problem. This cargo drone got intercepted by a bunch of hydras somehow. I gotta be honest with you, I don't really understand the ecology of these things. Where and how and what their whole deal is, but in any case. I also don't actually know if they pose a threat to us in any way. I mean, they must, because they captured this drone somehow. Also, apparently this ship somehow. Alright, a module, some armor breaker missiles. 20% chance to fire an extra free missile. I think we can probably just scrap these. It's like that is a lot of damage, but I think we can just scrap those. A higher level Gauss cannon than the one that we were using before, with some interesting traits. A 10% chance to refill a fifth of our hull hit points on each kill is definitely interesting. I think I prefer the I much prefer the sort of this kind of thing where it's a smaller amount of healing, but it's much more reliable. And a chance to deal corrosion damage. I'm gonna hold on to the thing we currently have. At the very least, dismantling this will unlock the blueprint for it, which is cool. And we got a location completion, which should give us a mainframe piece. There's a couple of containers down here. Do love a rear 7 heavy. We haven't actually had a look at what we can do to the ship cosmetically in a while, and we have unlocked some new stuff as far as that goes. Where's this Insidium deposit? Is it? Okay, it's on the other side of the rock. I know, like, it super doesn't matter how we might change the shape of the ship. But what can I say? I like dress up. I am definitely feeling a lot better about driving this thing, which is probably pretty obvious. When we first picked it up, it really did feel like a boat in a very unpleasant way. And it's still extremely slow, obviously. But it's starting to feel a lot more natural. I am adjusted to it at this point. Alright, so just really quickly here. First of all, we've already looked at this shop. Yeah, there's nothing new and exciting here. Actually, some of this cargo might be stuff. Is this kind of low? Yeah, never mind. We'll find places to sell it elsewhere. But we can jump over to our ship real quick and just edit. I just want to see what modules we have available. Okay, I guess I prefer the Type 2 cockpit. It inherits some of your paint color, which is nice. Ooh. Okay, there's some neat stuff going on there. I think I like that. Just set it back a little bit. We still only have the one set of wings. And the rear of the ship, this new Type 7 rear that we just picked up. Yeah, I'd say that's an upgrade. Alright. It is worth taking some time to love the skin that you're in, right? We still need a material we've never seen before for that. Nope. Cargo dispatcher. You know, I can probably make a power cell. Do I want to just grab this so that we can dump cargo? The thing is, like, how often are we going to want to go back? I don't know. This seems like it's probably a waste of materials. They're not a waste, but like we won't get enough out of it to justify the material usage. And in terms of the dark matter, at least, I suspect some of those materials are going to be hard to come by. All right, how far are we from this? Only 14 light years. We're probably not going to see any extra signals pop. And right as I say that, there's one. I guess let's go check it out. So we need that high risk area plus like 2 location challenges and 2 distress calls still, right? It's actually really tough.
I am registering an unexpected enemy base in the vicinity.
Big outlaw base, okay. Let's do something horrifying to these enemies. Alright. Oops, I switched guns there. Didn't mean to do that.
Nice.
That's alright. The rockets did the job. Alright, I think that's the worst of it, honestly. Yay, Alec is here. I'm actually like pretty happy to see him. I was a little bit wondering if I was going to have to blow some larger scale resources here. Ah, get it? It's like the thing from the thing, but he did it wrong. Yeah, you know what?
I'm wide open.
Just in case, let's spend the nanobots. Although it does look like actually it was not necessary. It looks like Alec had our back, and I should have trusted him. Alright. So does Alec just stick around for the rest of the location? Because if so, he could make dealing with this base a little bit easier, probably.
Well, that went smoothly.
Nope, he's out. Okay.
See you around.
So I guess that was the contents of that container. So as soon as he reckons you're out of combat, I guess he just bails. Make sure we pick up all that turret gel. Critical turret lubricants. That is on the other side of a piece of metal. I'm shooting at actually nothing. Alright, awful lot of turrets out here. Oh, that has red lights on it, but it is not destructible, sadly. You know what? Might be a good idea to get rid of these. Kind of hoping that the detonator drone was going to blow up a little bit bigger. Maybe take some of them with it. Okay, we're starting to get a lot of pretty high quality blueprints. accumulated at this point, which I appreciate. There we go. No escape from the missiles. God, these close range combat drones are a real problem, though. It's a smart design. Give all the shit work to the thing where you don't have to care if it dies. Although, actually, jeez, we've seen plenty of evidence that the Outlaws don't have a lot of interest in each other's survival either. So. Somehow I don't think those missiles are going to find their targets. Trying real hard not to die. Jeez, yeah, everything out here is glass cannons. It's all like very, very low survivability, extremely high damage output. Okay. Starting to think maybe it is time to upgrade to the blue nanobots. And I'm just going to expend this one as well while we're here. Alright, we'll worry about all of that equipment that is for higher levels later. I wonder if it's going to just like be like that as we continue to move on. The enemies are going to get better and better at dealing damage, but never much better at taking it, or if that's just like a property of this area for whatever reason. All right, the other one I think has already died to the damage over time effect. There we go. Alright, as long as we're picking apart the structure of this base, we're just going to keep getting attention from new people jumping in. So let's try to finish this shit off. Unfortunately, it's a big base. There's a lot to destroy here. Okay, doesn't look like anything else on this side is terribly important. A lot of surfaces to build things on when you're not particularly concerned about gravity. Got all their energy coils, fuel tanks, and communications arrays now. I think these are both parts that are pretty big and obvious. This is what you get from sneaking up on me so close. Free EMPs for everybody. I just say the EMP did not do nearly as much damage as I was hoping. I don't know how that damage over time effect is scaling. I assume it takes our level into account to some degree. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely like in over my head here as far as the numbers go too, because we are pulling a lot of loot that is not our level. Ah, communications discs. These will be drones, I assume. Oh no, it was just highlighting the last couple of pieces. Oh, the boss is an elite madcap? That's weird. Huh. I guess so. So I saw that very high rarity signal decoder there, and that has me a little worried. But there's no point in not spawning it, but maybe it's not a good idea to go after it right now. Enemies deal area damage on death and are randomly +1 to +3 levels higher. And this is a level 17 area when we are level 16. I'm going to activate it, but let's maybe not go to that one just yet. Also, I put this in this slot so that I could use it once the cooldown was up. And now that that's done, a cloaking field? It's good for escapes, right? Could throw in another damage limiter. Honestly, maybe a sticky turret is a good idea, especially... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a good idea. Let's jump out. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I get... So this is just an unknown signal. This isn't a location thing, so we don't get a location challenge. This one's only level 16. It's a scary one, but it's more doable. Not missions, challenges. Challenges are different from missions. Yeah, so we do need one more. All right, let's do it. Still haven't actually destroyed an enemy affected by 3 or more debuffs, which is interesting. If we hit somebody with a marksman missile and then we fire both of our offensive devices, that should get it, right? 2 drones with 1 mine is tricky because I'm not really using mines, but we could start. Complete a high-risk area without using a device or alt. I don't know that this stuff's happening, honestly. Maybe it's not even worth worrying about. Gotta love winding up the supralight engine while rapidly wiggling back and forth in space. It's alright, there's no important math being done here. Let's just change vector randomly. There we go. That was worth doing. Get that out of the way and then run off over here. Secondary weapons are overheating. Not ideal, but fine. I guess if it doesn't have a circle around it, that indicates to us that that it's out of our range. Approaching pretty quick. Oh no, primary weapon overheat. Shit, wrong weapon. Alright, dropped off the Annihilator. We'll let that do some of the work while we're waiting for stuff to cool down. Probably don't need to be going to great lengths to kill the mines. Okay. The fucking Weber missiles are so annoying. Do my best to take advantage of the EMP. You down. Haha! Killed him with the with the speed booster. Feeling pretty good about that. There are really a lot of enemies in here though, huh? Got an anti-missile drone. Alright, let's get close to a couple of them and fire off the EMP again. The missiles are overheated, I think. Yeah, pretty much everything is taking just like really huge amounts of damage from everything we do. Except for these teleport drones, which don't take any damage from anything. Having a hard time killing a lot of drones, actually. Accidental extreme score with the EMP there.
All right. Are you talking to me?
I do like this Annihilator virus and then back off strategy. This is working pretty well. Why can't I read you? Whatever. This guy'll die. Jesus. The damage output. Alright, the energy orbs are, for real, one of the few things keeping us alive at this point. What a time for things to be overheating. And we are for sure hitting the nanobots. The hell? It's the damn teleport drones. Haha! That's actually very funny. He took a drone that he had already evaded because he teleported out of range. Alright, we got the Annihilator up. Stay in here for a second, see if we can't knock a couple of them down. Never mind, Jesus. Yeah, and there's more of them teleporting in like absolutely everywhere. Alright. I'm gonna try to make it to my booster overheated. Of course it did. Fuck me. turrets are not... There's nothing for them to stick to. We're managing to fight out here in the middle of nowhere. Come on. Okay, so there we go. There we go. There we go. Did it just not go off? Okay, so I hit the speed booster and it did not happen. That's concerning. We're probably dead here, but let's equip these. We gotta make it, yeah, we gotta make it 25 seconds before I could fill them in. Yeah, we ended up in an area where there was nothing for turrets to stick to, so I couldn't deploy the turrets for the extra damage that we needed. This is tough. These are really, really tough. I think this was the right move. Burning this thing out early. Alright, getting rid of the drone thing quickly is probably key to our survival. I gotta use my ult more. I definitely was like spacing on that. Also, I'm shooting like garbage. It's not helping.
That showed them. Yeah.
Hey, we got it. I don't know what the third debuff was. Energy core overheat.
Where do they all keep coming from?
The overheat thing is actually really bad. It's absolutely destroying us. God, the mobility of these ships.
You are exposed.
Yeah, no kidding. Thanks for that. Super helpful advice. Alright, gonna get a kill or two. Help to replenish us to the point where I can keep fighting at least. Absolutely not. No Weber drones. Not ever. Ooh, okay. This demolisher is a problem. It is throwing a lot of explosives at us. What a time for a primary weapon overheat. Let's just get a little bit of distance here. Okay, we're back, we're back, we're back. I would love time to go and kill that that drone carrier. This might be our moment, in fact. Shit. Alright, EMP off the Weber drone. I do like having a reliable escape button for Weber drones like that. Let's go ahead and nanobot. We're gonna have to. I'm trying to get over here by some rocks. If they want to keep pursuing and attacking me, we can at least stick a turret to something and gain a little bit of DPS from it. Huh, they all backed off. Well, I mean, it works out okay for us because it gives me time to enjoy all that armor regen. It's weird, though. They don't usually do that once the combat has started. In a high-risk area, it's usually, like, on. Absolutely not. Alright. I'm going to deploy the big gun. I'm trying so hard to pursue him. It's just, I am not a good mover. Ow. He headbutted me. You know what? Stop. Stop flying. Stop doing things. It's very annoying to me. Okay, that corrosion missile nearly landed. Okay, this is a higher priority than the other stuff. Ah, shit. Flew into the cloud. You know what? Disengage me for a second. Teleport drones are a real problem. Ooh, okay. The secondary weapon overheat is annoying in a sort of total sense. It's actually okay right now. So most of the stuff that's actually dangerous is really far away. Okay, boss spawn, which means most of the enemies should be leaving. Okay. Can't help but notice not everybody left. And a bunch of additional enemies warped in immediately after everybody left, so that's not cool. Jesus. Alright, I did hit him with the Annihilator virus. This is not going to work. Alright, we gotta get close, and the rockets have recharged by now. There we go. Okay. Recipes for more catalysts, although catalysts are like extremely expensive, and we definitely cannot afford to just be applying them all the time. We're gonna ignore that other area for the moment, and we're gonna take on some undiscovered site stuff, and hopefully get some distress calls on the way. But I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think that went all right. The second time, obviously. I don't know if I was just not controlling the teleport drones or what it was, but it felt so much more difficult the first time to stop taking explosive damage constantly. I don't know where it was always coming from, but we just had stuff on us.
I have detected a high amount of valuable resources in this area.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that so much. It's actually pretty good when you can catch them on approach like that. The rockets do land.
Let's start, jerks. Can you help?
Okay, there we
Offer
go.
emotional support if needed. I can make animal sounds if that would comfort you.
Forget it.
Our leadership is gone, but they will be avenged.
You guys should really have moved on by now.
Okay, Jesus. I threw that turret out trying to hit the rock with it, and I was not successful. And it's just sort of floating way out here. Ugh. Hey, stuff's finally reaching me. I'll just hit activate on that. And here's a thing we can scrap for the moment. Way too much loot. Okay, now really we're just here to mine. But they're never going to let it be like that. It is really nice to be able to stir shit up from that distance. Alright, the blood stars are the next closest. There's a huge number of enemies out here. I think this one's actually already kind of headed in our direction. I thought I was picking up 2 contacts there. Is that... Oh no, it's just marking him as like a 2 triangle enemy. Alright, that I think we can just scrap directly. That as well. Alright, I'm assuming that most of the mining stuff is going to be over here. Which is why it matters that we clear these enemies out at all. This thing really does no damage against armor. You know what, let me just swap back to the homing missiles. You know, I'll say this. If Bloodstar ships were usually this tough, we might not have destroyed all their bases. Alright. Ooh, a nano repair kit. I think we can probably just... Yeah, throw away something real quick for that. I don't think that we're going to be equipping it, but... Let's figure that out later. Okay. I think we've cleared out all the enemies that are actually around the areas where there's likely to be stuff to mine. We haven't seen any Culver in a while. And while it's not like, it's not super important, it's not used in a ton of stuff, our stock was running extremely low. So I'm pretty happy to see all this. Alright, what else do we got? Obviously, I would love to see some more, like... Malamite, some of those crystals that we need. I don't even remember the name of them yet, but the ones we've never seen any of. I would love to see some of that, obviously. All right, when we start needing Insidium, I'm sure we'll be glad we have so much of it. Also, I gotta say, given the amount of this stuff that you mine, they could have made your life really annoying by making materials like this stuff that takes up inventory space, and they didn't. And full props to them on that. Pure Clygon. Still haven't actually seen use for Clygon either. There's a plaster laying way out there. We'll worry about it later, if at all. I mean, honestly, all I would be doing with it is scrapping it. Almost certainly, right? So maybe it's just not worth worrying about. I will say though, like, this area feels like it's a lot of pretty low value resources, and I am wondering if it is worth staying here to be thorough. How many points of resources does one really need anyway? This stuff we are actually, like I was saying, critically low on. And I think it seems like it's in a lot of the crafting recipes that we're, like, leveling into now. So it's probably worth scooping all of this stuff, at the very least. The Insidium, I'm somewhat less sure. Okay, there it is. Yep, thank you. Actually, extremely appreciated. Okay, I guess let's buzz the rest of these rocks. See what else pops up on the scopes. Seems like maybe we're good. Maybe we got it. All right. There's not really any other large clusters. It's probably like a container or two over there. What an embarrassing mess. Let's get out of the cloud. I will say it is a cool looking design for a ship. Oh, blueprint for a kind of missile we've not seen before. I don't think we can afford to lose weapon power output. These were probably... Actually, those might have been worth equipping. I was just assuming from the color of the loot, but the numbers were better. Pretty unexciting. Overall, this feels like it was hardly worth the stop. Which is a shame. Alright, maybe it is time to stop stopping for random signals and only do the ones like that we actually care about. Also, it's nice that these are usually really short.
Please, some help. We got outlaws on our backs.
Alright, I'm handling it. We're working on it. It's going alright. I should probably, Tormentor. A little bit of focus might be wise.
More of them.
Your fuzzy Horak friend just jumped in.
Actually, that's really great.
Let's make
I'm
the most of
super,
it. Hey, Alec.
super pleased with that.
I'd get you out of this.
There we go. Damn. Thing just manages to survive until we are completely out of power on everything. It's a pretty good survival strategy, honestly. Oh, that's annoying. I think it managed to tank one of our shots
Discovered the blueprint.
with the missile, which was just enough to keep it alive. You know what? This thing is big and it slows down. We're giving it the rockets. Yeah, that's a good way to do that. Alright, we'll just take a second here and consider some things. Let's see. We can definitely afford to just like scrap this. And that's a pretty good looking Gauss cannon actually. Here, we'll pick up both of these for the moment. There's an armored drone around here somewhere. There we go. Alright, I think it's under control now. At this point, I reckon the freighters could probably finish it themselves, but...
Time to move on. I think that was it. Thanks a lot.
Okay, 31k, or 3.1k rather. Scrap that. Ooh, this is interesting. 5% increased corrosion damage. Yeah, look at that shield output. That's very impressive. Wow, these are rockets, friends. These are very impressive indeed. Chance to disable the target's shield. Bonus damage while traveling. It's interesting. It's an interesting trait for this particular weapon to have.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Because any amount of travel time so significantly increases the difficulty of actually landing the thing. Okay, we'll just dismantle that in the air. Alright, cargo to add to our cargo supplies. We definitely have too many consumables right now. Is there anything that's like a really easy destroy? Yeah, I don't need this. And the solar panels I will take. I will say that although I'm not like mad about the loot that we got there, I do not feel like the difficulty scale up and the payout scale up are on the same, are operating on the same orders of magnitude, but whatever, it's fine. Maybe this has to be accessed like from below, like in a deep crevice or something. Or maybe it's not even that simple. Weird. So we still need one distress call. We still need 2 location completions, and I believe we are on our way to a location completion right now. So we'll have mastery of this place in no time, just in time to leave. But like, it's obvious we're coming back because there is a gate in and out of here that we haven't unlocked the functions of yet. Plus, you know, it is fun to just obtain mastery.
G&B excavated the hell out of this place already by the looks of it.
Okay, I guess that just turns off immediately. It's a little too intense in here for the cruise drive to stay on. A heat sphere dispenser. That's one we've not seen before. If there's a place for this to go, we don't know where it is yet. Hard to say what it could be. Maybe over here? I mean, it's not necessarily the case that every one of these locations is going to have a location challenge for us to attempt, right?
Stupid Weber drone can't move.
Ah! This is an interestingly large section of intact ship. Okay, so here's something worth doing. Ow. As a little... Okay, it's a tiny bit of clumsiness. What on earth are we looking at here? It was nice of that thing not to even try to approach us. Okay. Nothing of particular import there. Huh. I mean, I guess the energy sphere thing gave us 40 seconds. We could maybe make this happen. As you can see, if I don't slow down constantly, there are some difficulties with the travel, but yeah, this may be doable. 40 seconds. Maybe. We're certainly going to try. Oh, there was another... No, that wasn't another dispenser. That was the gate we already put one in. Alright, a lot of constant adjustment. Kind of all of the controls all at once. Okay. Just barely, just barely. So, much lower recharge speed, but a lot less shutdown time. Plus 1% critical hit chance. I mean, the charge speed's not such a big deal. I think I do want it. It's like a fair amount of our in-combat shield recharge comes from the orbs anyway, right? Like when it needs to be fast, it's instant, so... Very difficult to use missiles in here. Would you grab that, please? Yeah, we'll just scrap that on the spot. My cargo unit's part of a set, right? Yeah, we're not gonna replace that with this for sure. Okay, so I don't think there is going to be a challenge to burn here exactly, but it does seem like there's at least some interesting loot to be had. I guess let's try to get inside. Alright. The plan there is just to, like, close everybody in together and then EMP. Obviously that didn't exactly... I mean, it didn't not work, I guess. It is fun to use the rockets, I'll say that. The homing missiles, they do the job well, but also it doesn't take any skill at all to operate them. It is kind of fun to try to line up the, it is kind of fun to try to line up the rocket shot. Also, it's cool to have that button to press when they come around on you like that, thinking that now they're going to take over the fight. What the fuck? Oh, right. so hard to kill these teleport drones. Alright, every one of them is a victory.
Hang in there.
Damn it. I got clipped by the mines before I could kill the next enemy. I was relying on that refill from the kills. Yeah, the combat in this sector as a whole, Zharkov, seems very weird and uneven.
G&B excavated the hell out of this place already by the looks of it.
And we gotta start it all over. Alright. I might not bother. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay. No, shoot. I was gonna say the piece of loot we got from doing this energy sphere thing was actually pretty significant, but I think it's not necessarily the same piece of loot that we will get if we do it again. Because I think we've had this situation before, right? And it seems like the loot generates at the time that you open the container, maybe. Trying to be a little bit more careful to like approach from the outside, take the enemies down bit by bit. Oh, hey, we got some friends. It's like some G&B guys fighting as well. Okay. I'm giving very serious thought to just firing my BFG down in this general direction. Oh no, you don't. Get back here.
I've been detected.
I actually am, in fact, going to deploy the BFG and then just bounce. That's a pretty slick move, actually, the thing the teleport drone does, where it fires a bunch of missiles at you, and then it teleports in close and flanks around the side of you, so you can't face the missiles and it at the same time. Don't like it when my enemies are smart. Okay, this anti-missile drone that is clinging to something around here is a real pain in the ass. That said, I don't think it was actually getting all the rockets. I think when you're firing them at speed, it's too dense. Where the hell are you? Okay. Cool, a level up. I guess we're fighting the right kind of enemies, because I feel like that didn't really take all that long. We were not level 16 for very much time. Okay, interesting. Where am I getting shot at from? You. Okay, this thing is definitely a good target for the rockets. Huh. Especially if it just flies into a wall like that. Holy shit. Okay, that's an entire enemy base.
Well executed.
Okay, so I was a little caught off guard there by just the number of them. Really? Must we? At the rate the new enemies are appearing, I don't know if we're ever going to get time to deal with the actual location elements of this. It's just like we always have somebody coming at us from some angle. What is his plan exactly? Because like this evasiveness is good. He's doing good work here. But like when was he going to be able to shoot me? At what point during that does he win the fight? You do at some point have to face the opponent. Like that's just how spaceship guns work. Okay, now I'm all fucking turned around. Alright, so try to reveal ourselves to the interior structure slowly here, bit by bit. Don't want to pull the attention of every defensive system at the same time. Alright, yep, and the second we engage, here's 10 other things to worry about. Alright, a very solid EMP though, if I do say so myself. And the EMP plays extremely well with the rockets. Okay, so largish outlaw base here. Yeah, probably just scrap it. Heat sphere socket. Well, we know where there is a generator nearby.
I see him.
I did not see where we got pinged from. Is it? Yep, of course.
Use your boost to become unstuck.
Thank you, Hive. I had a plan, though. Oof, an elite Viper is pretty scary. But so are my rockets. Yeah, and being able to use as many rockets as I want in every encounter because they just cost energy is so good. What a fun ship this is. Okay, I'm all turned around here. So there's the heat sphere socket. Where is the side of the base? It's a little bit of a run. We don't know how much time we get. We'll probably make it, is my assumption. Alright, so because this has got to be the one they intend, right? Only 20 seconds, but it's really pretty direct. That is a pretty decent booster, actually. The energy consumption thing is valuable. Yeah, no, this is not. It doesn't offer a large enough upgrade to offset the loss of the energy consumption bonus. What am I talking about? 1%? Alright. We haven't seen anything that requires an energy sphere yet. But there is more surface to cover here. Also, a bunch of mines that I'm just sort of haphazardly flying through without thinking about it. Very smart plays, as ever. So this is just back around the front. Okay, it does sort of feel like this rock is laid out. This one's done. Wow, look at this. The scale of the stuff going on here is just wild. Hey, you. Pay attention. Should have paid attention faster. Oh, that detonator drone is like way the hell out there. Okay. Doesn't really look like there's... And it says hostiles detected, but that's no truer now than it was a minute ago when I was boosting. God, the Tormentor. I assume he's pounding me with rockets as well. That's what the, like the wall of explosions effect is. Incoming from over here. Must be a turret amidst all this stuff, yeah. Anything else over here that we need to know about? Any other unpleasant surprises? God, everybody's just like made of mines, huh? They can't be free, but apparently there's a very serious belief in these mines as a strategy for keeping people out of your stuff, because we see these like really haphazardly laid minefields just kind of everywhere. Alright, so we got some hardened ore patches. The kind that we usually need a mining laser to get through, right? Yeah. Do I see a mining laser around here? Not really. Never mind. Doesn't look like it's in great shape, but... Well, I mean, as long as the lasery bits still work. How am I going to find power cores? Well, if there is a location completion credit to be had, this is what it'll be for, right? Then I filled the hallway with explosives. Do we not already have that? I feel like that's got to be the third or fourth. Oh, geez. Okay. I did not engage with that bomb thrower in the way that you are supposed to. And whatever, I guess it got done, but... Okay, there's an energy sphere socket here. It's not really all that good of a strategy when you're alone like that. Okay, this seems straightforward enough. I was kind of trying to figure out if we could get there from the energy sphere dispenser that's like on the dock of that big base, but it looks like that won't even be necessary. I'll be right with you. Nope. Inferior loot. This is also, I assume, yep, just getting scrapped. Alright, so no energy cores, though. I mean, it's a big area, right? It's a big area. And they could kind of be anywhere. Okay, this is this bit. We may as well just go ahead and knock this out. Alright, I just barely made it last time, but there was a lot of sort of incompetent slamming against walls and stuff. So the factors that I'm confident I can minimize this time. All right. Ow. Remember that thing I said about minimizing the incompetence factors? Just, you know, it's... Oh, I hadn't cleared the tunnel. That's a problem. And also, coming to a dead stop. Generally bad strats, as far as speed goes. I did that last part. Well, the part right before the last part. A lot more cleanly. This time I am absolutely not taking this. And a shield that is... Okay, this is the same. So maybe it generates the loot when you enter the site for the first time instead. And then we killed the enemies that were waiting for us in this tunnel already. So... Alright, where else might there be power cores for a giant mining laser? Seems like maybe there's a bunch of compartments in this ship that could be opened. Ah, I see. Okay, well that'll be important, but it's not the thing we're looking for right now. This we don't need, but it also doesn't... We already have a stack of those going, so it doesn't cost us anything to pick it up. I gotta say, this area is like really loaded with stuff to do. Alright, that's one core on. You can see it like Starting to prime, trying to prime. Wait, I lost my rack. Where on Earth did that ship go? We should be able to pick it up from... There it is. Because I left an interactable device. That thing will produce the information that we need to find it again. Alright. Are we functional? We look... Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm a little worried about the amount of smoke coming off of it, but we'll figure it out. So the... Yes, the reflecting panel now. I am curious, what is it that is in this one? Is it an additional panel? Nope, just a bulletproof container with a pretty decent autonomous repair bay in it. So we're losing precision and resistance. Oh, right, because this is a different color, so it has a higher... I think I'm going to keep the good one, the higher rarity one. That's a decent piece of gear. All right, let's go do some mining. Oh boy, having this thing attached to the front of the ship is really doing a number on my ability to steer in a way that I wasn't expecting. I don't remember from the previous times. Okay, so big space mining laser. There we are. Okay. Once we hold F to extend and align, it's going to get really hard to steer and position the ship. So I kind of want to get into... Ow, ow. Kind of want to get into what feels like the right position first. Or at least close to. Yeah, because you can only like inch the ship forward. What on earth? Damn it. So like I said, you lose the ability to meaningfully affect the ship's speed or what do you call it? Speed or like angle. But if you have speed already from previous movements, you maintain it, so it really, you gotta wait until it stops. It's very important. Okay, alright. Here we go. Nope. A little bit of a three-dimensional space problem there. Alright. Here we go. And then extend and aim. Okay. Harder than I would have thought. For some reason I can't pull that Clygon in. And unfortunately, that does not award us any kind of completion, which makes me think there is probably no completion to be earned. It might be the case that if you just do everything that is to be done here, You can get a region complete, but usually it's for one large task, right? So let's try to go to all of the areas where the lighting is weird.
All right, I made it.
Yes, I did survive combat with 3 small drones. Bully for me. Okay, well, more resources is fine, I suppose. It's not exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else to do here, right? There's an unopened secure container over here. That seems like a thing to fix. We want credit for completing the area. Is it inside? Yeah, it's in the space between these 2 tunnels. Okay. Heat sphere socket. That seems pretty solvable. I think I missed that completely when we were in here earlier. Interesting. Huh, okay. Well, 20 seconds. Okay, it's I'm a little clumsy. And then it's right there. These are well calibrated. Like you really get there with not very much time left. So this does not seem better. It really does have quick. It starts to recharge very quickly, which is cool. You trade out the critical hit chance for both firepower and precision, and I don't know how much crit chance 150 precision is. Let me loot this. Let's get rid of. Yeah, not gonna take that. Can we get a sense of 505 precision is 12%. So it seems like the precision bonus shield has to be giving you more crit. I like the combination of firepower and precision together. That feels very significant. All right, well, I'll tell you, I feel like we're probably about done with this area, and no mainframe component, or more importantly, progress toward our goal earned here. So I think we're just not going to get it, because there's that one red thing, and it definitely seems like these areas that glow red, you know, we know how the game loves to use weird environmental lighting to draw attention. So we have a glow red there. We have some big rocks around here, but I think there was only one other red glow, and that's where we fought the 3 drones. So I think we've investigated this as much as it is getting investigated. All right. I also think some enemies locked onto us because it never fucking ends out here, I'll tell you. Absolutely nonstop. We're gonna go hang out with these G&B guys. Because famously, no one's ever had any difficulties with G&B. that enemy going to chase us up here? Seems like maybe... Yeah, oh, there they are. Not really up to the task, though. And usually when there's a location challenge, it appears on the HUD right away, too. Which I knew, and I was figuring was going to be the case here as well, but... I had hope. What if we could just get rewarded at least twice for everything we did, right? Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and bail on this. There's more Culver crystals around here. I guess they're worth picking up. It is fun to just like hang out in space and solve puzzles for a while, though. I think this is the stuff where the game gets me. In some ways, it feels it's a little bit like Islands of Insight, where it's just like a drip feed, not even a drip feed, just a feed of kind of low difficulty puzzles that are just enough puzzle to light my brain up. So yeah, I think that right there is where we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we are going to finish our business with the zone. We are going to move on, I swear. There's plot and stuff. We'll do some of it, I'm sure. And we'll see you then.